You know what that means, right? That means you wasn't fresh enough. Let me show you how to get on my level. Follow me. She want that fire, really fresh enough. You try to holler, homie, but you wasn't fresh enough. That's how I know I'm a professional. 6 O's on the left side of the decimal. She want that fire, really fresh enough. You try to holler, homie, but you wasn't fresh enough. That's how I know I'm a professional. 6 O's on the left side of the decimal. Now look at me. I'm in that gold Lamborghini drop. I'm rolling these haters and never see me stop. I'm dealing in euros, I call that Kiwi guap. Exotic bills for my exotic wheels. Exotic meals, I call that opulence. I'm talking Wall Street money, you just an occupant. I'm in that 1%, over 100 grand. I don't trust the bank either, it's in a rubber band. FDIC, somebody bring the road safe to the VIP. Somebody tell the DJ play some PID, cause that's what I'm feeling like. We gon' act a fool tonight. We gon' mess around and end up dipping in the pool tonight. So who gon' stop us? The 18, beating Baracus. She beating the picture, but put on rockers. She turn around and shake it just like a pair of maracas. She want that fire, really fresh enough. You try to holler on me, but you wasn't fresh enough. That's how I know I'm a professional. 6 O's on the left side of the decimal. She want that fire, really fresh enough. You try to holler on me, but you wasn't fresh enough. That's how I know I'm a professional. 6 O's on the left side of the decimal. Oh, you a baller, homie? Where your O's at? Where your hoes at? Where your designer clothes at? Show me where they at. Where your foreign cars? Say your diamonds money, homie, where's your Audemars? 30 grand for a show that keep me independent. She in the money, she ain't into you, she into spending. That means she rolling with whoever win. On vacation and winter, we rockin' summer linen. In that perfect weather, I'm talking 83.
Keep right here.
All the pretty girls stand up. All the pretty boys stand up. Pretty boys in the neighborhood. This right here is my swag. All the girls are on me. Damn. Everybody pay attention. This right here is my pretty boy swag. Pretty boy swag. Pretty boy swag. Pretty boy swag. Girls on my dick when I pretty boy swag. Girl, scream my name when I pretty boy swag. Or she pretty boy swag. Pretty boy swag. Pretty boy swag. Pretty boy swag. Girls on my dick when I pretty boy swag. Girl, scream my name when I pretty boy swag. Soldier, get out the way. Pretty boy coming through. Me and my crew, we swaggin' in the room. Girls on me heavy cause I look so sexy. Yellow diamond shawty in the club straight flexy. I'm looking for a yellow soldier, long hair star. Thick in the hips, come get in my car. So your party where to start. We take off and go to Mars. Pretty boy take off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This right here is my swag. All the girls are on me. Damn. Everybody pay attention. This right here is my pretty boy swag. Pretty boy swag. Pretty boy swag. Pretty boy swag. Girls on my dick when I pretty boy swag. Girl, scream my name when I pretty boy swag. Or she pretty boy swag.
You put pressure on me anywhere you wanted me. I was there for you undeniably. Time over and time again, you shut me out. I thought I was your man. I kept it real with you, but you was fake with me. As start thinking things. Is this the real love? And all that it means. When I close my eyes, only you I see. With another man, this is killing me. I am your man, but only when you're alone. That's when you want it. I want to bow. I want that's when you don't want me. I am your man, but only when you're around me. They say it's not the same, but I love you only. Yeah. My heart got broken when my heart got open. Repeatedly you said you needed me, you cheated me. I'm trying to be all alone, since you won't call me on the phone. I've got it together now and long, this time. I start thinking things. Is this the real?
Yeah, all the pretty boy music.
Let's play a little game.
Let's play a game.
It's a little fantasy.
There go your pretty boy music. You a hot mess, boy.
Got to.
Come right in and take off your skirt. Sit right down and let G go to work. 'Cause being my patient has its hurt. Come and show the doctor exactly where it hurts. You say the pain, it hurts right there. So come and lay it down, yeah, right over here. You see with me, the fun will never end. Playing my little game of role play with oh yeah, it's a little fantasy and no play. Fantasy and no play. So let's play. Oh yeah, come right in with the handcuffs on. I'm playing a lot of kinky stuff to the break of dawn. Yeah, we're gonna do it nice and rough. Till your fears are gone. I'ma be the one to flip it up and rub it down. And if my word is bone, yeah, 'cause I'm your master and you're my slave. All your friends are telling you should have a fancy car, diamond ring. Girl, you know one good thing comes out. Girl, you know I'll do just about anything. See you smile on your face. Don't let your friends go messing with your mind. Girl, you know there ain't nothing I won't do for you. And baby, don't ever doubt my love, 'cause it's true. Baby, hold on to me. See, I'm a special kind. Man, that is hard to find. Told you 1,000 times. Baby, hold on to me. Oh, baby, hold on to me. See, I'm a special kind. Man, that is hard to find. Told you 1,000 times. Baby, hold on to me. Hold on.
said bye bye, baby girl. I give you my time. Here is my money. All of my money. You'll be so sorry, baby, if we were to ever part. And girl, you know that I would never hurt you. Oh, girl, you know that I won't ever desert you. Oh, I'm special kind. I'm special kind. Oh, to my baby.
I bet y'all like, why is he playing Gerald Levert? Why is he playing? He's talking about this the Pretty Boy music. Why are you playing them? But I'll explain in a second. You know what I'm saying? This my boy Keith, not the best looking brother, is he? So y'all kind of know what this video gonna be about.
I wanna be more than a friend.
Okay, now you're talking, Mr. Green.
What you know about Keith, brother?
Come on, man. Who don't know about this jam? This was when Silk, right before Silk dropped their first album.
Now you won't hear this one on the radio that much. This is like an obscure banger. Like this is, you know. That's it. What's up, man? What's up? How y'all doing today? Happy New Year. We are here. We are live. Sub is still the same old sub in 2021 that he is in 2022. We gonna get it in. We gonna have fun. You know, and shout out to this brother, man. He made a real good comment in my video. And yeah, I took the time to respond to the brother this morning, but I said, you know what? I'm not doing it justice just by responding that way. Let me go and really go live and talk about this brother's comment because it was really interesting what he said. And let me see if I can find it. I think this is it right here. Let me see. Was this the comment? Nope. Where is that damn comment? And so I think it may have been my Get It Together video. Yeah, this is it, I think. Well, Brizzle say he got triggered under one of my videos, which you know, I work out and I do the work. I'm in a relationship. Still, I get upset. I've gotten the degrees, continue to work on certs, career building, have killed myself in the gym, stay out of trouble. But I, not necessarily me personally, but the category of black man that I fall into, get told we need to improve. Not really. I just disagree. I think Brizzle, he's kind of telegraphing his own insecurities and he's trying to, what's up, man? What's up with you, man? What's up with your truth as I know it? Brizzle, a lot of times, brother, you know I love you, brother. We family, but I think a lot of times you telegraph your own insecurities. Nobody said, I don't think that an educated brother, and we're going to get into all this, like, I don't think educated brothers are whack in the dating scene. I don't think educated brothers are somehow just supposed to we always get beat out by the thug and we always bullshit. What's up, Doug? You know what I'm saying? I think that has nothing to do with it. I don't think that has anything to do with it. I think that's a cop-out. That's just my personal opinion. I'm sure he disagrees with me, obviously. Bro, you keep coming and leaving. What's up, franchise? I got my brother with me. What's up, franchise? Say hello.
What's good, world? How y'all doing? Happy New Year. What's up?
And I'm gonna say this, man, because I think this brother, and I'm gonna find a comment. Here we go. I'm gonna read it to you. Because I think he may have taken it down. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see. Why is this comment not coming in my damn? Let me see if I can find this comment. All right, here we go. I replied to him. All right. So let me share my screen. Because I typed him out a long response, which I usually don't do. But let's get to it. Right? So I typed him out a response. So, and the brother made a good comment. This is not a disrespect to the brother at all, right? So he says, "Sir, you said it's easy for you to get women, but you are an anomaly. You are 6'2", which puts you in the top 8% of the population for height. You say you have modeled in New York Fashion Week, which means that you are probably around a 9 or 10 in the face, which doesn't automatically mean that your ass can be a 5 in model. You trust me. But anyway, less than 1% of the people have the looks to model. You are also a college basketball player, which means you were blessed with physical gifts that most others weren't, and received an inordinate amount of social status from an attractiveness and social status standpoint. You are a 0.01% brother, which, damn, brother, thank you, but I don't think that. But we'll get into that. Says, I love your content, but there's a guy out there who's 5'5" and a 3 in the face. Not me, LOL. I'm 5'10" and not ugly, and wasn't blessed with athletic gifts. It will be extremely hard for this brother, to attract a 5, not a 5. We're not talking about a dime. We talking about a 5, right? It said it's extremely hard for this brother to attract a 5. They're damn near impossible for him to attract an above average looking woman without tricking. In your lifetime, have you met any ladies who were with men who were 5'5" and a 3 in the face? What advice would you give this brother? I actually know a guy who fits the description in real life. Good point, right? And I'm gonna show y'all what I said to the brother, right? And I came and I said, because I usually don't type like y'all know damn well. He just caught me in the mood. I was saying, hey, just woke up. I ain't wake up at 12, y'all. I ain't go to bed at like 5:30. Shoot me, right? But says until I came to YouTube, I'd never heard of disgruntled so many. Basically, I should have said so many. I didn't. I said until I heard of YouTube, until I came to YouTube, I'd never heard of so many disgruntled black men. I understand that the overwhelming majority of black men on the manosphere are disgruntled, but they are always invalidating my experience. I cannot make content without being attacked just because these brothers think they represent the whole of the black community, and they don't. All those stats about the top 8% and being a 9 or 10 doesn't mean that I haven't faced rejection and had to work on myself. Kevin Samuels claims to be a 9, but even he talks about doing the work. Being tall and handsome isn't a benefit, but is a benefit. I said being tall and handsome is a benefit, but it doesn't invalidate my experience as a black man. I can still be called lame. I can still be dissed. Also, you can get old. As you get older, women require so much more than height and looks. Trust me, right? Get north of 25, you'll know what I'm talking about, right? Women, they might fuck with a dude that they found attractive. They might fuck him, but they ain't finna take his ass serious. You want to be in a relationship? A woman in her 30s or something's gonna probably need a little bit more than just a guy that can sit there and look cute. Just being honest, right? I know some of y'all will, I know this lady whose boyfriend is this, that. Well, yeah, but those are anomalies. We're talking about math. We're talking about when a man is in his 30s, you are expected to produce. No woman's gonna get with a guy, oh, he's a model, he looks good. She'll fuck him, she might be with him for a couple of weeks, maybe a month or two. But seriously, if she got bills and she's struggling, is she gonna get with a guy that has a GED? No. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's keep going. It says it requires more than height looks. I'm not saying that guys get treated the same. All men get treated differently. I'm not a fool, guys. Of course, every guy is not. Don't tell me Boris Kojo is treated the exact same as a 5'5" ugly dude. Like, no. Obviously, Boris Kojo gets treated differently. Okay, like let's keep it above, right? Morris Chestnut probably gets treated differently than a guy that's a 5'5", not attractive guy. Whatever, right? Idris Elba gets treated differently. Michael B. Jordan gets treated differently, right? The light-skinned dude that I forget his name from Barbershop that all the women was crazy about. I forget his name. That brother, right? Him. You got all these guys that are sex symbols, and I'm talking about in real life. You got guys, not necessarily the famous guys, but in real life, there are guys that women just find extremely attractive, right? Like let me see if I can just go type right here. We're just gonna go to Google and we're gonna type handsome black men because I did that for the thumbnail, right? And so if I click this right here, I mean, you know, these are the famous guys, but you got some brothers not bad looking, no homo. Don't come in my comment section fucking with me. You will be blocked. But you know what I'm saying? Michael Ealy, that's his name. Michael Ealy, right? And you got all these other brothers that women find attractive. So all these brothers ain't getting treated the same. But can I be honest? Can I be real straight up with y'all as a man, right? We talking. We just talking about real shit, right? Let me say this, man. Every brother that's up here under this handsome black man thing is not what I would consider an attractive black man. Not that I'm home, not that I'm on that shit, but some women would probably find these guys. Let me see if I can find an average. This is an average looking brother. That's an average looking brother to me. But I've seen sisters go crazy over this type of dude. Seen it, but she look average to me. I'm just not on. Maybe it's because I'm not on that shit like that. That ain't what I'm looking at. This is an average looking brother to me. That's an average looking brother to me. That's just average. I mean, is he ugly? No. But that's just average. This shit is relative. Some women go crazy. This is an average looking brother to me. But this guy's supposed to be a sex symbol. You know what I'm saying? He looked like a dude I might catch up at the gym playing ball or some shit. Right? This is not a hack. This brother's probably below average to me, to be honest with you. But look at him. Handsome black men images under Shutterstar. See what I'm saying? So somebody thinks this is attractive somewhere, right? Everybody has lanes. It's not like it's just set in stone, guys, right? Like, let me see. I'm just keep going down, right? If I see a dude that's not average, this is an average brother. Be honest with you. What's up? What's up, American Negro? This is a regular brother here. He might work out. Just because he's squinting his eyes don't make him attractive. You know what I'm saying? Regular brother, another regular brother. This is a regular brother. Shit, you need to fix his hairline or cut that shit off. See what I'm saying? This is
real talk. He should have went with a bald head. That hairline way back there.
That's what I'm saying. That was that barber fucked him up. You know what I'm saying? But look, regular brothers. These are everyday brothers out on the street. Now I'm gonna tell you what all these brothers have in common. Fuck around and give them money. Fuck around and give them status. Then they become fine. Then they become like
everything changes. I'm gonna give you a great example, sir.
Jay, hold on one second. Jay-Z is a good example of a guy I've heard women say is sexy. And I'm like, that nigga ugly as fuck. Go ahead, man.
God rest my brother's soul. God rest my brother's soul. But me and you both know Jerry.
Oh yeah. That's why I played Gerald Levert. That's why I played Gerald Levert, because I thought of him.
Yep. Jared was not the most attractive brother, but Gerald knew how to dress. Yep. He had hella conversation. And I fear any man lead a woman along with Gerald long enough, and it was going to be a problem.
Yeah.
Wasn't attractive, but he had charisma. He had character.
Yeah.
Integrity.
Yeah.
And and a smile that'll light up a room. And once again, like he said, no homo. But Jared was my man. But you know what I mean? He had confidence. All these factors that people talk about is some things that they have to work with inside of themselves. And I've seen some ugly brothers, what I consider straight up ugly, but they were confident and they had a little mouth conversation. And of course, they did have some money, which added on to it. I think it's the brothers, man. We complain about women. And I used to be one of these just grown men too. I'm not finna front. And when I found the manosphere, it was like, yeah. But as time went on and I grew as a man, I began to see one thing. And that one thing is, it's the women you're choosing. And honest to God, it's got to be the women you choose. Where you meeting these women at? Because all black women ain't bad. All black women ain't bad. Now, do they got their flaws? Definitely. Never say they won't. But I guarantee you, 90% of the trouble that these disgruntled men and this manosphere thing has going
Hold on,
on,
hold
where are
on,
they choosing their women from?
hold on. Good point this brother made. And we were hashing this out. We just talking. This is not a, it's like a talk show. We're not going back and forth trying to go attack people or anything. But the brother said in other cultures, this is about being productive. But I see that, and I see the nerd culture, and I see the social dynamics, and I see how to attract women. I see all these other dating coaches in other environments where the nerd in the white culture is rejected as well. We just don't really pay attention, or we ignore those individuals, and we act like there isn't a whole section of the white community, the red pill white community. I'm not talking about the hate women, men's rights. Certain men's rights I rock with, but some of it is very toxic towards women. But that being said, there is a whole section of their community that is teaching them about being social reach. They have them too, and these guys are very productive. In fact, remember that show on VH1? It was a show about it. I forget the name of it. I think it was
That brother got the realest statement, and he is so right, and I agree with it. The problem is culture, not height or attractiveness.
But no, he's saying that. What I'm saying, he's saying that other cultures just take other cultures just take productivity into account. I'm going to say I don't think so. I think other cultures, like for example, the white American culture is the same way. In white America, you could be a nerd, you could be whatever, and still be shunned. They have them.
I kind of get where he coming from.
Look at Elliot Rogers. Look at all these. Elliot Rogers had everything going for him. He technically at 20 years old, he should have been an apex predator, but he wasn't, was he? Because he lacked other things.
You know what though? I would like to get. I think this discussion needs to be had, and no offense to any woman that's out here listening, but I think this conversation needs to be revisited at some point with that type of woman that brothers are complaining about, because and the woman that brothers are saying is what a man needs, as well as the brother as both brothers and people on the line. Because here's the problem that I believe lies. It's in the culture with this boss bitch or boss chick, whatever they want to be, and the independence. There's a lot of things that need to be hashed out. So there's no answer to it.
All right, hold on. Let me go here and let me find this right here. Let's look at this. So why would they have a show like this? They had a show like this. They have a culture because we as black people, we don't fuck with these people like that. We don't. I don't. Most of my friends are black. I have a few people that I'm cool with that are white. I'm not being racist or anything towards them. But what I'm saying is, or biased, right? But that being said, they have cultures of people. And if you watch this show, this is pretty much how a lot of these guys are. Okay, so he's just doing a lecture right here.
Anyone who understands compliance.
This right here. So hold on, let me see where it is. Maybe this is it.
Last season on The Pickup Artist.
I feel so out of my comfort zone when I approach a girl. I don't approach girls.
A man named Mystery took 8 lovable losers
I'm petrified with trying to go up to a woman.
and turned them.
That Asian dude literally froze. His name, I think it was a guy. His name was Pradeep or something. He froze on the first episode. I can play it, but I don't know. They'll probably strike the video. But he literally froze and quit and just said, "I just don't have it." He literally said that out of his mouth. I just don't have what it takes, and gave up, literally, and just walked out. It's there. There are social rejects. It's not just the African American thing. Everybody doesn't measure up in all cultures, and they all have rejects. Even the Jewish culture have rejects. Now they have rejects for other things, but whatever those rejects are, they do have them.
Into Casanovas, I get it. I know what's going on.
I'm like Neo from the Matrix. I am the one.
Now, he's back.
I am mystery.
That's the pickup artist. He looked like a goofball off gate, but
I mean, but see, shit like look, cheesy shit. Now, I don't agree with his method because this goof ass white boy would have them going up doing magic tricks and shit up to little strange girls that they never met. Like, just some lame shit. Like, this shit don't work for black folks that he was doing. I'm not saying this would work. Some of it might, but that NLP shit, I didn't rock with it. But what I'm saying is, it was very telling that it was needed, and these people have made millions off this. There's a book. I don't know if that book is still around because I used to go to the bookstore all the time and read this shit. Right? Let me go if I can go there and go to it. How to Succeed.
a good movie is Hitch. People really need to catch the meaning of Hitch.
It's gone. This was used to be a URL called How to Succeed with Women, and these guys literally, this is the book right here. And they just sit. They literally. I don't know if it's an audio book, but this is like New York Times bestseller. Like this was a major success. They had a website too. Let me see if they got it. theartofcharm.com. How to Succeed with Women. Yeah. Look, these people have conferences, and you can go to them, and they'll meet up. They'll talk about how to date. These white folks take this shit coaching. Look at this shit. Now, we don't know this because this isn't something we pay attention because we're not in their culture. Like, we got different. But these is white people. They ain't telling us some shit for black folks. Look at that. All white boys. Why do they feel that need? Now, I give them credit because they invested in themselves. I have no problem with that shit. Like, I have no problem if you go with Mr. Locario, right? Even though I think his morals and some of the shit he says is fucked up. But Mr. Locario is another example of a brother teaching brothers that are rejects. So I hate to use the word rejects because it makes it seem like you're a piece of shit. It's not saying, I'm not speaking on your character or someone. When I talk about a reject, what I'm saying is someone who socially is awkward, which I don't consider myself the most outgoing person myself. I mind my business. Sometimes I'll talk your damn ear off. And I've taken tests and found out that I'm right in the middle. I'm not an extrovert or an introvert. I can literally say I am in the middle. Right. And so I'm just saying, like, certain people don't, just don't acclimate in their society well. And it's okay.
You know what I really equated to, so, and I'm gonna be honest.
Let me say this. I think go back to the 90s. I mean, go back to the 70s. They had the movie The Nerds. This shit was, I'm just saying, their culture. Go look at the Spider-Man comic book from the very first Spider-Man. Look at Flash Thompson and look at Peter Parker before he got bit. Why did they type? Why was that even? Look at the old. I'm talking about from the 30s and 40s. You can go back on the back of magazines, and you will see they would have little workout things, regimens. Because this is before Pumping Iron. The documentary came out. You will see that people socially had rejects even back then. This is normal. They would call you a square in the 50s and shit. This is, you know what I'm saying? Like,
go back and look at going back to what's the movie Back to the Future?
Yeah, everybody. Well, that's a movie, but even still, in that wasn't just from black culture. I think that was something that they have. They have had rejects. We just now in our space, because we were in a vacuum chamber in the black manosphere. A lot of us, no, not taking a jab at anybody like Ralph Run or anything. What I'm saying is, we only listen to the shit we listen to, so we don't really pay attention to their culture. Like, for example, this guy right here. These guys do conferences. Social dynamics. Watch this shit. These guys, I think it's Real Social Dynamics. I think that's them. It's called Real Social Dynamics. And these guys, Real Social Dynamics. Let me see. Is this them? Yeah, this guy right here, Owen Cook. This guy was a nerd. He'll tell you. Like, if you go look at his oldest content, let me see if he got his old shit up. Damn. He don't got it set up right. But the oldest content on this video, this guy talked about how he felt like a loser. He felt this way. See, that's social mastery. Oh, just listen to these dudes. Listen to them. These are white people. And when they have conferences, these people have thousands of white boys showing them, bigger than our shit, right? And they have thousands of them investing in trying to learn how to overcome their fears of approach anxiety. Type that shit up right now. Type up, I'm gonna do it. Approach anxiety. Watch this. There's gonna be a ton of white boys. The reason I'm saying that is because it's not just exclusive to the black community. Look at that shit. Look at that. I told you, I have never typed this up before. No, there is no such. See there? Approach anxiety. It's all, now you got your boy, he up here too, but most of these guys are white men. So they have the same insecurities. And the reason I'm saying is, this might be for the brother that's out there watching that feels like in the black community, I'm just this and I'm different. No, you're not. You're not any different. You have flaws, you have shortcomings. We all have shortcomings. We all have insecurities. I'm not the best looking guy to every woman on the planet, bro. Like I think when you say 9 or 10, that was a very compliment. I wouldn't even rate myself there. I say I'm an 8, truth be told. I don't think I'm all that. But that being said, you know, and the comment about modeling, just go up there. You'll see what I'm talking. Modeling, they like to take the most ugly motherfucking model. They actually like that shit. So it's different with modeling. Like you got the mannequin, picturesque looking Boris Kojo look, and then you got that weird, like for example, Alec Weck, which is a model. She's a model, right? His sister here. I'm sorry, she's just not that attractive to me. This is not an attractive model. Like so, but she's got the frame. She got, even when she tried to doctor us, she's just not attractive to me. I'm not saying that because she's not about her skin tone. I see some beautiful dark women. I just don't think this is but look at her. She got the bone structure. She got all the shit that they would look at models having and saying, this is what I want. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't think that it's a setup, it's set in stone that you as a black man are somehow doomed to be where you are because you are short or because you are not the most attractive looking guy. You can change your situation. Now, can you get the best of the best? Probably not. But shit, you just want to be happy, right? Most of us just want to be happy. I got to have a dime. Then probably chances are if you 5'5", you're not even remotely looking good. Like if a woman is like cold as hell, right? Like you got a Kelly Rowland, right? And then you looking like Shrek, then it's probably, you're gonna probably have to buy. I'm just gonna keep it above. But if you look like Shrek, but you dress nice.
I interject something here.
Yeah, go ahead, brother. Go ahead, my bad.
Let me ask you this. I really think, one, this is not even an argument because I've seen dimes with what I call a booger wolf. Okay? Let's be honest. I think at some point women get past looks and starts to look at the heart and the character. First off, a man needs to understand what he likes and have his own confidence. Bottom line, it's somebody out here for everybody. And then the image of what we say a dime is, it varies. You know what I mean? I know some men that really like obese women. It ain't for me. BBWs, I guess. That's his thing. And then when women see him with these type of women that he's attracted to, they say, well, what you doing with him? I mean, with her, because they think he is all that. It's all beauty's in the eye of the beholder, brother. All this shouldn't even be up for the debate. 5'3" or 5'5" and not that attractive. How do you conduct yourself?
According to Kevin Simmons, if you don't fall within the golden ratio, you're ugly. And most black people don't fall within the golden ratio.
Let's be honest about Kevin Simmons.
No. What you say? Don't start no shit. Know how them niggas get by. That's it. That's their gay lover crush. Is Kevin Simmons. So watch what you say.
Oh, okay. Listen, that brother ain't all that attractive. And just before YouTube, what was he doing? He didn't become successful overnight. He worked at it. He's successful now. He always hasn't been that way. I personally think that we put too much emphasis on material things because at the end of the day, a Audi, a Fendi, a Gucci, and none of that makes you who you are. Who are you? And that's the bottom line. I think there's so many outside circumstances and coincidence that people are trying to formulate on what the man is
Hold
supposed
on, let me ask you a question though, franchise. So Doug
to
made a
do.
good point. It's a good point Doug made. He said the more that women become financially independent, the less they will choose a man based off their productivity. So you telling me that a woman that is a lawyer or a doctor will date a motherfucker with a GED and just a failure. She doesn't want, if she's talking about marrying somebody, I'm talking about a good look. I ain't talking about no damn just booger wolf looking ass woman. I'm talking about a good looking woman. She don't
I don't
want.
think it goes down to physical look.
Hold, let me say this because, for example, my lady and her friends and shit like that, when they have, because we've had this conversation, I had this conversation a while ago, and it was about thugs and who they want, who black women want. Every woman in the room was like, hell no, I want a producer. I want a man that's gonna produce. And if he's attractive, fine, that's what I want. But if he's average, I'll take that too. But he's gotta be a producer. That's what I ain't met a woman that said
But
no.
here's the question: what is a producer? Because I think women, at some point, the more successful they get, at some point they get to a point where he can produce, but he can produce in other fashions like character, integrity. Those things, your heart. I think those things actually matter. The older a woman gets and the more successful she becomes financially at that point. Because you ask yourself, some of these women got some bum man, and you like, what the world she seeing him? But it's the integrity. It's the character behind that man. You know what I mean? Maybe he might not have it all, but he has character. He stands for something. You know, because those things are attractive, whether you believe it or not. Those things become very attractive to a woman to see a man that has character that says, I stand for this and I ain't moving off this. Regardless to whether it means I make $1 million or I make 200,000, I'm still gonna stand for what I believe in. Those things.
Shout out to Edward Anderson. I got Edward Anderson. He said, "What is this about short, unattractive men?" My whole premise, his brother made a comment saying that I can't relate to, or my whole experience as a black man is invalid in a sense because I'm 6'2" and I can model, and so I can't relate to a brother who is 5'3" or 5'5" and ugly, as far as what he has to go through to get just a 5. And so I'm saying, well, the same rules apply. And although you may be right, because I would probably not date a 5, I wouldn't want a 5. So I get it. It's called lanes. There are lanes, and it's levels to this. So the same effort it takes you as a brother that's a 4 to get a 6, the same effort it would take me at a 8 to get a 10 or some shit, or at a 7 to get a 9, or at a 6 to get an 8. It still takes effort. Now, the higher you go, the more you're gonna probably have to go through. Every man's gonna have to go through it. That's just it. But I think there's nothing wrong with telling a man to improve, to be the best he can be if he wants. He's in a marketplace. When you're in a market, it's like buying and selling, supply and demand. What you're buying is something that you have to be willing to pay more. The price is higher for certain things than it is for other things. And looking at where a man is born at, like I said, Jared, my homeboy, rest his soul, Jared probably was about a 5. That nigga never dated under. I give him at 7, 8.
Bro, every
Never,
time I see Jared,
you
he
never
has
saw him with a 6. Never,
I
never.
ain't never seen, I have to be honest. You say 7, I ain't never seen him with nothing less than an 8.
I mean, he wasn't playing. He wasn't playing. But one
But
thing I
honestly,
tell you what, Jay could sing like Tank, number one. And he used one thing I like.
he
Hold on,
didn't
let me say
spend
this.
too.
No, Elwood, I know how you are, bro. But with mad respect, I don't want this to get into a long discussion about fucked up black women. I love you, brother, but give me a call, we'll talk. Cause I know I say if Elwood come in here, I know this shit gonna get long. I ain't gonna do that. So with all due respect, I'm gonna call you when I get off. I'll give you my word. We'll talk. And if you want to go live later on your show, we can talk. But I need time. I'm about to leave in a minute. But the point I want to make is it to sit and look at a guy like Jared. Jared used his abilities. What he had that was fly about him, he exhibited it. I'm not this, I'm not that. Watch out, what? I'm not this, I'm not that. Jared could sing. Jared would exhibit that he can sing. Jared just didn't keep you. If Jared got around a woman, he gonna sing to her. If he got around a woman, Jared dressed very well. Jared, I used to go with Jared. I used to go with Jared to the mall. Jared had an eye. Jared could go up and lay like, man, put this with this, put this with this right here, and this will be, and this, and I'll be like, damn, you right? And I would try that shit on, and he was right. I was like, damn, I never saw that. But he could put shit. So he had certain things that he improved on, and he was able to date way above. Every brother don't want it. So, but what we'll do is we'll shame that brother. If I tell you, hey man, listen to Jared, do like this, this will help you. We can't shame him. And so you're not locked. What I'm saying as a black man is you're not locked into a fucked up situation if you 5'5". You're not locked into a fucked up situation if you're not looking like Boris Kojo, right? If you are an average brother, because most brothers ain't looking like no 5'3" Shrek looking motherfucker. You want to
get what's funny?
Go ahead.
People talk about being tall is attractive. It's a different ball game when you 7 foot. It's vice versa. It ain't easy. People think, oh,
but I'm not telling black men to settle on shit, Jay. That's what I'm saying. That's why I didn't want to get the link, because it's turning into no disrespect. Most of your arguments are from fuck the black woman. So we gonna disagree, bro. That's why, and I know that. So I don't want to get into that. This is you gonna devolve. I'm not saying this. Hold on, let me make this point. Elwood is gonna come from the same point. Like when we get on the phone, I can call Elwood and talk about, hey man, shit, I stumped my toe. Man, you stumped your toe because the black woman. That's Elwood, man. Elwood gonna find a way. Like he's smart as hell though. I love Elwood. You're a brilliant fucking genius, brother. But when it comes to certain conversations, I just know we disagree. So I ain't no need me trying to get in this, because I know you long-winded. We're gonna get up here, we're gonna start talking, we're gonna go back and forth. And it is what it is. And everything is the black woman's fault. The brother, the fucking shit. If you get shit, coronavirus was started by black women. Everything. So it's like I can't brother. I know it. He'll have some shit. You'll be thinking, damn, maybe he got a point. Shit, if black women weren't fat, then it wouldn't have spread like that. Because then it's really that the black women weren't in shape. They helped spread the coronavirus. He'll make a compelling ass argument. I'll be like, well, shit, I disagree, but so I don't want to do that. That's all. Go ahead, bro.
But I'm a tall brother, and it's vice versa. I have very attractive women that don't want to date me because they say you too tall. So it is what it is. It's all about the person. Jared proved that to me. I know you got to find what works for you and be confident in that. Now, whether or not you get the woman that you want, that's on your confidence level. If you choose to settle for a 5 instead of going at that 7, 8, 9, and 10 because you lack confidence, that's on that man. Because you'll be surprised how you just speak to a woman or have a conversation and you think, and something else I've come to notice. Women that are considered 7, 8, 9, and 10, they tend to have confidence issues themselves.
Hell yeah.
Self-esteem issues.
Because they were told they have to base their whole value on how they look. So they're very insecure. You go in a strip club with some of the bad, and all you gotta do is say, "No, I'm not good. I don't want no dance. Thank you." You like oh my God, it breaks my heart. He doesn't like. That's it. They're very insecure.
Hold on. Edward, let me say this. 99% of black women are not bad, brother. It's the women that you choosing to talk to. You to lump all black women into
stop French
in one category. Hold on, Bill.
Change that, brother.
Let me finish saying what I'm saying. Whether I change it or not, I just got to get this out. It's not all black women, and like I said, and this was off the air, off live. I had just told Sub, I used to feel that way, bro. I was angry at black women because I'm a good man. I was trying to do right. And it seemed like everyone I found was trying to take advantage of me, mistreat me, and use me. And as time went on and I grew, I've come to realize it's not the black women, it's the black women I'm choosing to talk to. How can you miss a character flaw of a woman that don't mean a man no good? You could tell from our conversation, but you overlooked that because oh, she got a big butt, she got a pretty face and long hair, and oh, I'm attracted to that. Oh, she's so sexy, that's what I want. And you still chose to do it when she gave you a flag that she was a liar once y'all started conversating, or that she was a user and wanted to ask you for money when you first met her. Oh, you think you can let me hold $400? That
Franchise,
could be a red
bro,
flag.
writing a soliloquy in the damn thing. Let me say something, bro. You are right, brother. There's a difference between me and you, but I don't think you understand it. So at the end of the day, when you say the biggest difference between you and I is I'm not willing to sacrifice black men quality of life to preserve the idea of a community that black women don't even believe in outside of a sexual content. That's some shit that you got in your own fucking mind. That's not the life I've lived. And I'm not out here telling black men to sacrifice shit. I told brothers, if Edward, like you, for example, you 5'6", I don't know how to tell you. If you want to go to Brazil or wherever, go. I said do the work. I'm telling black men to do the work if you're going to go overseas or wherever to make sure. I'm not telling a black man to go sacrifice his quality of life, which means basically this is a good example of what I'm talking about. It's always coming from this point that any black man that doesn't agree with this black manosphere, disgruntled, I can't get no pussy ass mentality. What it is at the end of the day, now you want to project it. I'm telling you to go out here and fuck with some woman that's going to disrespect you or some woman that got 4 or 5 kids out of wedlock and be a damn stepdaddy. I'm not telling you to do shit. I'm telling you to get respect from the woman that you are with. This is why I didn't put the link in the chat, because we was going to go back and forth, and I know that shit. You ain't telling me. Sub-Zero will never tell a black man to sacrifice his quality of life. I didn't say that, but you think that, and there's nothing I'm ever going to say to stop you from believing that shit. And you and I both know that. We done talked 1,000 hours, bro. But we know we disagree. So at the end of the day, I wouldn't come in your comments and say that. I wouldn't, because if you make a video and I read the title and I disagree, I ain't coming out because I know I'm gonna probably disagree with that. And I'm gonna be going back and forth. I'm not gonna go get in your chat and do that because I know we disagree. And I think it's useless. I think it's futile. Now I'm not putting the link out for nobody, really. I'm just saying I think it's futile and useless for black men to go back and forth and they disagree over dating. Let's talk about if I want to talk to a black man, open up a panel discussion. Show me how to make some money, show me how to build wealth, improve my life, my standard of life. But
I think all these men on here.
Hold on, I'm somehow telling black. You just projected some shit on me that I never even said. I never told black men to. I said if you want to, when it comes to me talking about an intact family structure, I never said. I'm like with the woman that's going to respect you. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. A woman that respects you. If she's black, she's black. If you can't get that, then fine. Do what you do. That's what I've been consistent. But it's always in this space, if you don't believe in their little way of thinking, this is what I'm talking about. I'm the one that has to have response videos, people tagging me, because I'm probably 10, 12 years older than this brother, but somehow I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm probably older than most of these brothers that disagree with me, that are on these panel discussions, probably old enough to be their dad, but I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. My whole life experience has no validity to it. You don't know. You don't this, you don't that. And I'm telling you, no, it's brothers out here that women respond to me different than they respond to you. And I'm sorry, that's just the way it is. Everybody don't respond. Women don't respond to every man the same. Just because you see it a certain way, don't mean I will. And so that's that. And we just different. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I didn't put the link in the chat, because I knew what was gonna happen. I knew it.
I don't get how people can say it. Bill, so I don't get how people can come on here, another black man can come on here and say all black women are bad. You basing your experiences on a few. All of them ain't bad, man. And the fact that you choose now, here's the funniest part. I felt that way at one point. I truly did. But once again, it goes back to that first statement that brother made a while ago that says it's the culture. And some of it has to do with the culture. Are there a large percentage of fuck bitches out there and fuck boys? Yep. And you got to be wise enough to deviate and throw them off or avoid them at all costs if you got sense. But to keep here settling for a woman to mistreat you just because she got a big butt and a booty look good or her face look cute, that's on you. It's the choice. Where are you meeting the women? And when they show you the signs, are you man enough and strong enough to walk away and say, you know what, your character or what I'm seeing, the flaws
Why is
in
that
you,
the number
I'm
one
not
subject?
attracted to.
Hold on one second. Why is that the number one subject every day though? Like that's all. I don't. I like, and I know a lot of us can agree to this. Not, well, we're not going to agree. We know that. Like, I'm not even going to try to disagree with your point. I don't give a. I talk about that shit all day. It ain't no big deal to me. I figured it out. I made the shit work for me. For some, it has worked well for me. It works for me. I figured out my system and I work my system, aka game. You may not like that phraseology, but I figured out my game, how I work it, and it worked well, and I was successful with it. I feel like I was successful in my life with it. Everybody's different. Now, looking at statistics and being in this damn vacuum. Well, all I'm talking about, like I got into it with MOT over a video about farming, and when I called him, we started talking about black women. Like this, and I'm not trying to start no shit with him because Lord knows he'll tag me in a video, right? But I'm just saying, like we get in like this whole subject about black women. If you talk about it so much, you make it such a big deal. A lot of y'all brothers probably getting in your own way. That's what I'm talking about. Like, for example, and I'm not shitting on anybody. Like, shout out to Theo, shout out to brothers that had the Black Manosphere meetup. This is not anything. I think that was a great conference. I definitely support it. Looking forward to being in it again. If they want me to, I'll be glad to go back. But we had a segment where brothers would say, hey, let's invite some sisters to have a meet and greet afterwards. No, not all of them, but a lot of brothers said no. Because I talked to some other brothers, they didn't agree with it. But a lot of brothers in the room were like, they don't even want to meet women. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, you don't even want to meet women? How you know there's gonna be black? So there's something wrong. And I'm just saying, I don't want to get pulled into that. What I was saying was, when it comes to the short brother, the brother that feels like he's not as attractive, you have a chance, brother. It's not over for you. I'm trying to give you hope. That's what this was, a message of hope. It's not that, oh, well, you know, you 6'2", you can model, so you can't relate. Well, so my experiences, I've never been called lame. I've never been laughed at. I've talked about it 1,000 times. I've never had women cheat on me. I've never had women. I go through the same shit every other black man has experienced. I done talked about it. I've had women do me wrong. Beautiful women do me wrong. Do all types of shit. Use me for my money. Try to make an ass out of me. The same way a brother who is not attractive has been through the same shit. I had women that wouldn't give me the time of day. I've had it. It's not like, hey, baby, what's up? You see these muscles? Yeah. Okay, you want some pussy? It don't work like that. It doesn't work like that. It might work like that a few times, but it ain't gonna work like that like for the rest of your life. All you gotta do is just smile and the women just fall. No, because he's a brother that is attractive, a brother that may feel like he's attractive. He'll come up to a woman, he'll have women, but he gonna go through some shit too. We all as black men go through bullshit with women, period. Whatever race. We go through shit. You know what I'm saying?
How do we sit here and talk about black women when black men is trifling as they can be for the most part? Let's be honest. It's bad on both sides.
I don't disagree with that, brother Pablo. I don't disagree that black women choose. If they choose more on physical, they do. That's actually been something that I actually have no problem with that. That's why I probably don't. And that's what I'm saying. No, and I'm not being mean. I don't want to go to nobody's channel. I don't want to talk. Just look at my channel and just watch it. If you disagree, fine. But I don't want to be on no panel discussions talking about black women. I will not. Now, if you want to talk about how to build wealth, I go to that one. How to build some wealth, how to make some money, other shit. I might even do a panel discussion about. I don't even like doing this debates about LeBron James because of how black men are about LeBron James. But some shit I just don't want to talk about, and that's without. And I'm not being an asshole. Like, this is not personal. Shout out to Elwood, that's still the homie. I'm gonna give him a call. We cool. I know we disagree, and me and him know that. So we try. When I know I'm a Crip and you a Blood, so to speak. I'm not gonna get into which gang is the best conversations because it's useless. If Nipsey Hussle's a Crip and Snoop Dogg is a Blood or whatever, however, with the other way around, and they want to talk about who's the best, we got to get away from that. We got to move above those conversations because it's useless. That's just, I think it's useless. It's a ton of content. Brothers make 1,000 videos telling you how fucked up the black woman is. You don't need another video with Sub-Zero doing that shit. Or so if you look, Edward Anderson makes 1 million of them. So you know what I'm saying? So, and that's my boy. I'm just saying we disagree. I didn't say he's wrong. I'm not even gonna say he's wrong. I'm just gonna say we disagree. I'm not even gonna say you're wrong, bro. That's what he thinks. I say he's smart. He'll make a compelling argument. I disagree. That's all I said. I never said he was wrong.
I don't get into YouTube just to even voice opinions anymore. I'll go speak on people's channels. But as far as actually having this debate, we got to look at our culture as a whole for black women and black men. This shouldn't even be as a debate because black men think it's okay to go out here and do some of the stuff they doing, and black women think it's okay for them to do what they doing. And at some point, there's got to be a line of agreements at some place. And if we don't willing to meet, it ain't no need to have a discussion. I'm going to find those that are willing to improve their life, their character, their integrity, their mindset. And those are the people that I'm going to choose to deal with. But to keep sitting out here brainwashing people with what you feel, I ain't gonna even call it brainwashing, to keep trying to indoctrinate somebody to your frame of thinking, that's on you, if that's how you feel. There's a difference to give advice. Advice is you see a hole in the street, you advise somebody, hey, if you go down this street right here, there's a hole down there 5 feet in, be aware of it. You gotta veer to the right to keep from falling in it. That's advice. But to force somebody to believe what you believe and to keep feeding it and feeding it and feeding it until there's a group of people that all think just like you think, that's why they're alone. And that's the reason why the black women are alone. Yeah, it is some alarming numbers that 85% of all black women won't get married.
Look,
but
if you go to Chrissy's channel in the comments, you can get into some bullshit. If you go to Paris Milan's channel in the comments, you can get into some bullshit with some black women. If you go to Cynthia G's channel, you will find black women dragging black men. I was brought into a Facebook group. You know, you don't really have a say, so a lot of times people will put you in a group with a bunch of sisters shitting on black men. I got in that bitch, got in a couple of debates years ago. After a while, I said, man, fuck this shit. I ain't got time for this shit. This shit finna ruin and sidetrack my fucking day staring at my phone, trying to reply to some dumbass fat 400-pound broad because some nigga fucked her and left her. I'm not even finna argue with her stupid ass. I'm gone. That's what I did. And
right.
In this space, we need to practice the same thing. This is why you don't see me on panel discussions, because I know a lot of times people will pull you into these damn Friday and Saturday night 5-hour discussions about how fucked up democracy is. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to do
that much time that they spend on these panels trying to improve upon themselves and focus on them. Okay, what is my flaws that I meet a woman and she feel like it's okay to ask me or think that I'm supposed to give her $700 to pay her rent? We've been dating 3 weeks. What the hell? This is
what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. So this is the schism that we have, Pablo fam, is this. What these brothers do is they sit around and they talk about how fucked up the culture is. And they mistake me coming in saying, hey, brothers, you can improve. And they think that means, well, you can't date at all because 100% of women are fucked up. Not, you can't find one, right? And then they blame the culture and they look at statistics and look at divorce rates and look at out of wedlock births and all crime and all that shit. And they use that as an amalgamation to say that girl that you see at the damn gas station smiling at you is going to ruin your fucking life. I don't think like, see how I can separate the two? Say, this is Facebook, this is internet shit with motherfuckers pulling out statistics in a living room and they fucking drawers that are probably scared to look a woman in the face, or a man for that matter, and say, hey man, how you doing? They'll walk off and shy away from you, right? But then when you see a woman in real life, you scared to look in the face and talk to her. Those are two different damn things. That ain't got nothing to do. Hold on. One has nothing to do with the other. It has nothing to do with that girl that's in your face now. You need one woman. Don't tell me to improve to get a woman that somehow you pull that shit into the culture. You can improve your way. I'm not telling you to. You're not going to improve your way out of 85% of black kids graduating and can't read at a proficient level. That means, yeah, we got some problems in our community. I'm talking about one fucking woman that you see that you might be scared. A lot of these brothers are scared, man. And a lot of them are encouraged because a lot, not you, but a lot of brothers in this space, when they come in this space, they're protected because the human, your brain teaches you to stay away from pain. If it's painful that you discover that you're ugly or you're short, you want to protect yourself from being rejected. So this licks your wounds and tells you to not, you got to face that shit. Go through that shit. I'm telling you to fight that dragon. You grab that sword and
black manosphere is growing.
Go ahead, bro.
That's why the black manosphere is growing, because they want their wounds licked. And there's nothing better than a great feeling of somebody agreeing with you and feeling the same way you feeling about the whole situation. When in reality, like I just said, what are you doing that you got these type of people? They say you attract who you are.
Good example. So, this brother said that woman at the gas station would be tatted up with a purple hair, and I don't know. I look, bro. I don't know where you at.
Nobody tatted up.
What city you in next? Where you live at, bro? What city you live in? Because I you know what I'm saying? A woman like that, she's invisible to me. I wouldn't see her. I wouldn't see.
They feel like it's the only option they got. But they're too scared to approach that woman at the doctor's office in a uniform working with her hair beautiful and she got on is some lipstick and she fine, but you too scared to approach her. But you approach the bitch who got a blunt in her mouth, 900 tats and 6 kids in the back because she got a big butt and she dressed inappropriately. That should be a sign. That should be a sign. That's why I said it's about the man. You want to go after that girl who got on Daisy Dukes and the bottom of her ass cheek showing out. She got tats on. She got fake eyebrows on. She got a blunt in her mouth. Yeah, it looked good. She dancing and twerking in the gas.
Hold on. Let me say this too. Nobody. I'm not disrespecting nobody in the chat. Hell with nobody. So I want everybody to understand it. This is not a disrespectful thing. We just agree to disagree. But I think the comment was a little aggressive when he said the difference between me and you is I'm gonna tell black men to be fucked up. Then I'm gonna come back at you a little bit. You know that. But at the same time, you ain't got to take it like I'm being a mad. I'm really calm in the motherfucker. I'm not even being disrespectful. I just think that there is a level of unhealthy so-called protection. Like it's good to protect men. Then it's not good to coddle men. And I think there's a lot of coddling in this fucking space. That's just the bottom line. There's a lot of coddling. There's a lot of refusing to say, why don't you go and face your fucking fears? Why aren't you afraid? Because a lot of fear, we're not taking fear into account at all. The reason this brother is single, it ain't because he done tried to talk to 2 women in 12 months. It's because of the statistics. It's because of the videos where you watch where some guy talked about the out of wedlock births or the divorce rates. Because of the divorce rates, this is why you can't talk to but 2 women in 12 months. Even try to talk to 2 women in 12 months, right? Unless you get what I'm saying? Now you go overseas.
Law of average say 1 out of 10. So if you approach 20 women in a year, 2 of them gonna say yeah. And if all 20 is dimes, I mean, you got 2 dimes that you can have a conversation with, eventually get to know. But
right,
people don't.
What I'm saying. Yeah. Viable breeding population is the operative word, brother. At the end of the day, I'm never gonna convince you, Pablo. That's why I'm so glad I'm orgasmic. I'm busting a nut right now that I didn't come on your channel, because that's what I'm talking about. You already got your own opinion, bro. You think you telling a brother, I could take one brother and we can go out here and find a viable woman today. Stop it. You kill it. That's what I'm talking about. So you think that. So I have no options. That's why, man, if I thought that way, I would blow my fucking brains out. This shit is like sad. I can't see how men think like that. If I felt like I ain't got no fucking options unless
I tell you,
5% of black men got passports. The other 95%, kill yourself, fam. Blow your brains out. You ain't gonna find no woman worth dating or marrying. Like this is what we telling people. This is what we telling them. You can't find one shit even in the other community. Because a lot of us all together, like not even an American, Hispanic, or Asian is good enough. We gotta go shit. I gotta go to to a third world country with a woman sleeping on a dirt floor without a roof to find me a good woman. Like, this is what we at now.
That's what Eddie Murphy said. He gonna go to the boondocks of Africa and find them fufu with a bone in her nose, riding butt naked on the zebra. This shit funny, man. This shit is so comical, man, that men automatically want to bash. Man, look, the fact of the matter is, whether you a 3, 2, 0, if it's a nigga in a wheelchair that got a woman pushing him around, taking care of him, I'm pretty sure if you are 3 and able body, you could find a man. I mean, find a woman. This shit is pathetic, man. That people feel that black men project this shit to the younger culture. Listen, it's about how you conduct yourself. Find what makes you happy.
I mean, I think practically, I think what would be good, what we don't have in this space is how to navigate. We talk people to title a video how to navigate and find that, but really it'll just be a video session shitting on black women. It won't really be a session of where to go, because a lot of these girls don't know how to fucking date. I'm just realizing they don't know how to. And then maybe that's probably the problem too, is brothers that know how to date and brothers that don't know how to date are gonna clash in a space where it's all just talking, because we all think we got the biggest dick in the room, right? So all these brothers want to about pride and shit. Like, hold on. It's the pride thing. It's I'm not gonna let this nigga get me on a panel and embarrass me and tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. Who the fuck is that's what it's a pride thing. It's not about, brother, how can you be successful? When I try to make a video telling brothers, hey, I like this coming, I was real respectful to the bro. I didn't disrespect him at all. I just say, hey man, I hear you, but how about this? How about that? How about this? How about that? You know, gave him some stuff in the comments and said, man, look, we got, you know, brothers that are so-called attractive and tall, they get disrespected all the time. Shout out to Ray Gun. Ray Gun, about smooth brother, he about 6'4", 6'5", he get disrespected. He would have all been through that. We talked about that shit. I called Ray Gun on the phone. Hey, man, you know how many women have treated me all types of ways? It's not like women are beating our doors down just because we tall and look decent. It's a lot of factors that go into this shit. Where you are, the type of woman you try to talk to. What woman, what are the red signs? What are the red flags that you probably should run from? Which I see a lot of those videos. But to tell me that you can't find a woman, that the average brother can't find him a woman to date, when there are a lot of women saying the exact same thing, there's some sort of disconnect. Because I can go into the women's space and say there aren't any good men, and they'll say the same thing. They'll drop these little crazy ass statistics, and I'll be like, wait a minute, sister, why don't your ass hit the treadmill? That's an option. Hit the fucking treadmill. You big. Why don't you stop spending $1,500 on a purse and spend $1,500 on a trainer for about 5 months and get your ass in shape? How about that? Little shit. Do the little shit.
I think it's a problem of people want to be spoiled, and it's for me. People are selfish, man. There's just too much going on. People trying to find this image that the world is projecting rather than what they want. They want this. Every man wants that Gabrielle Union. Every man wants that beautiful black sister, Gabrielle Union, successor, fine. Instead of finding what works for them. Because at the end of the day, companionship is a must. Listen, it's hell to be alone. I don't care what nobody tells you. It's hell to be alone. So find what works for you. This ain't about what nobody else thinks. What works for you, and go get it.
And please try not to formulate your worldview from people you've never met, if you don't understand certain things about them. Or there are certain things that would probably, if we had to meet these people in person, shit'll be way different. If you had to meet these people in person who we're talking to, you wouldn't believe the shit they saying, because you'll look at them. Because even shout out to Kevin Samuels on this, because I ain't got a problem against the brother, but with the brother. But let me say this. He made a good point in his older content. He used to say people make 14 judgments about you in the first 7 seconds they see you. Right? Great point. He was an image consultant at the time. He was making a point that what is your image? When I see you, how do you look me in the face? I'm not talking about on a woman dating a woman. When I see a brother, does he look me in the face and talk to me, or is he standoffish? Because if you standoffish and you can't even look a black man in the face and shake his hand, give him a firm grip and say, hey, brother, what's up with you? If you can't even do that, then it's going to already put a negative stigma in the situation where people will be like, which I know this isn't the case, but a brother might be like, that guy, he kind of funny. That nigga, I don't know about that nigga. That's what they going to say. But why is that? Because all you spoke back, but you didn't do the small things that it takes within the social dynamics. Now, if I'm sitting in my basement and I'm in my underwear and I'm Mr. Badass and I'm Mr. whatever. But if I'm 5'2" and you 6'2" or something, and I'm listening to your ass, or you listening to me, and I don't know what the fuck. You get what I'm saying? Stop doing that. It's a lot of that shit going on in this space. A lot of it. Our shout out to C Boogie. He said he was in a video and the brother was talking shit, and this is not shitting on the brother. The brother said, man, I found out this brother was a quadriplegic in a wheelchair. So you got a completely different path than for a brother to listen to. You know what I'm saying? A brother's not gonna listen to that shit. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't listen. I ain't gonna say you shouldn't, but he has a different path. So everybody's on different. Like every man, women respond to every man different. I'm gonna give you guys a nugget. To me, no homo, because what difference does it make? Michael B. Jordan, an average ass brother any fucking way. He's just a brother that blew up and got to play the role as in these Hollywood films. He plays a role of being a success, being that guy. So he was Killmonger. He's got the muscle. He got the trainer. Michael B. Jordan, you catch his ass on the corner somewhere. Ain't no sister finna be, oh my God, he's not. But Michael B. Jordan, to his credit, he does work out. Seems like his image is well kept. He has a well kept image. I'm not talking about his money, right? And then he has a smile. When you listen to him in the interview, the way he conducts himself, women think he's sexy. Then he got the money. I want you brothers to get your education. I want you to be successful. I want you to build as much wealth as you can and work on the whole man. Don't settle for the cop-out that you're somehow at a disadvantage because or you should somehow be disgruntled because you can't find one because you have no dating options. And that shit, I heard that shit in the 90s, actually. Listen, there are a bunch of black women out here. We really go and look. There are a bunch of black women saying there are no dating options for black women in the black community, right? And then there are women who I've interviewed on my channel I know one in particular, who I put it in a video on my channel of a dark-skinned sister, because we watched the Chrissy video and she gave her comments and she was like, she full of shit. I ain't never had these issues. I never even thought that shit wasn't even on my mind of being dark-skinned. Men like me and shit, it is what it is. Right? And there, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that, or at the end of the day are going to feel like they just got so much, to say, and it's cool. You know what I'm saying? We're going to agree to disagree on dating and shit. That's a subject nobody's going to agree on in this space. Nobody. Everybody feels like they the smartest motherfucker. This is why the dating videos on all channels in the black community get the most viewership, not the how to make money videos, right? You got guys that got channels of how to make money. They make content every 2 days. They them dropped out 8-9 videos every day. They dropping 4-5 videos a day. And those brothers will struggle to get over 20,000 subscribers. They got them 5,000 videos they done put up. And then you got brothers that make 5 videos about how to get some draws. What's his name? Alpha Male, whatever his name. Alpha Male, whatever his name. I forgot that brother from Alabama, but he live in New York. That brother, shit. I'm talking about he came in the first week, 2 weeks, he was at like 50,000. That shit was crazy. I was like, damn, this nigga got 100-some thousand subscribers. When the first time I ever went on his channel, he was in 6 figures. Is his amount of subscribers. What does that tell you about the interest of black people? Right? Dating is the #1 subject that people want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. I think some of that shit, man, leave that shit alone. Turn that shit down. Figure yourself out. It's like you a basketball player, right? When I was a kid, tell you how I didn't know shit. I ain't had nobody investing in me. I tried to work on a fucking fadeaway at 6'2". Go figure, right? I could jump out the gym, but there was no reason for my ass to post up. I could do it. I learned how to do it. I added it to my arsenal, but posting up wasn't going to be what I was going to be doing in college. Not like that. You know what I'm saying? I should have been working on ball handling skills. Should have been working on shit passes, how to not turn the ball over, shit like that. How to lead a floor, how to run. Those are the things that you work on, right? You can work hard on some shit, but you're doing it incorrectly, right? And if you're doing it incorrectly, you're not going to be successful, even though you worked hard. You can work hard on some shit and you don't know what the fuck you're doing. You messing up. I don't think people should be upset about me disagreeing with them on dating. We disagree. But what we should be focused on, a lot of people who are socially awkward. Yeah. Damn good point. It does. They need dating coaches. Yep. Meanwhile, the rest of us are out here enjoying life. Facts. That's pretty much that's my worldview right there, brother. Nail on the head. That's me. I think in this space it's different. But the problem is when people are socially awkward, I'm gonna give y'all a video. Watch this shit. Black Authority. Watch this. We go this video. So right here, all videos, and let's go to his oldest shit. Damn, you all. Let's see. So if you go all the way back when he first came on YouTube, he got a lot of political shit out. But let's keep going. Here we go. So he made a video about thugs and shit like that. Let me see where it is. Here we go.
Successful people in life are the ones with the best education, and this is often true. The problem is that being the smartest guy in class may make you the most attractive person to a teacher or a school or employer. The kids, girls weren't having sex at 13 and getting pregnant at 16. They gave us expectations that were fine in the pre-bastard baby maker era. But the reason we read so much is because we were far more interested in books than we were in people. And a lot of us are still the same way. You can say what you want about thugs, but you have to admit they are students of human behavior.
See that? And that was the point. I don't agree with everything he said in the video, but he made a point about they're masters of, now I ain't gonna say thugs, because shit, that doesn't necessarily, understanding human behavior is not a trait that is specifically monopolized by the thug, okay? I've seen some thugs that don't know how to talk to people. A lot of them, right? Then I've seen some guys that are nerdy, book smart, kappas, alphas, and they walk in a room and everybody's magnetized towards them. They have a mentality of charisma, a level of charisma. They understand that shit and they successful. You know what I'm saying? Only here are we given these spectrums of nerd that doesn't know how to talk to women, educated, 6 figures. He's a great guy, has great character. If he gets a woman pregnant, he's gonna stay and be a responsible guy and raise his kids. He wants to be in his children's life, right? Those are the attributes we give the nerd. And on the other side, Pookie and Ray Ray, 5 or 6 baby mamas, terrible father, not gonna do this. And everybody comes in, and we have to deal from that spectrum of thinking. And I hate that shit. You know what I'm saying? I hate that shit because I'm like, well, I know a lot of educated lame shit. In fact, I'm gonna go out on a limb. Most fathers are not thugs. I know. Most fathers that are not married to the mothers of their children aren't thugs. Right? I know. Man of Spirit tells you that shit. I'm gonna go out on a limb. Most fathers are not thugs that aren't married to their children's mother. Because you know what I'm saying? We have no way of cross-referencing to extrapolate the accurate number of what the fuck is going on. We just don't. So what we do is we want this shit to be true so fucking bad. We want it to be true because otherwise you have to look at your fucking self and realize you ain't doing what the fuck you supposed to do to be the best you can be. I'm gonna be the best I can be. That's it. I'm gonna be the best I can be. If that's like if somebody say, hey man, you do know, man, that they don't really have a lot of black people in tech, and black people don't really, they don't really get a lot of the jobs. If I thought like that and I looked at that shit and I saw them statistics, I would never, ever, ever believe in making it. And if I didn't believe I could make it, I would have gave up. I just would have gave up. I'd have said, you know what, the hell with it. I'm never gonna be this great coder or what. I'm never gonna be. Nobody's gonna give me a job. So why don't I just give up? The statistics tell me I should give up, right? It's a marketplace, right? And they're not gonna hire me. Now, it had nothing to do with that. It had to do with me having the skills that these companies were looking for, getting the experience and the reps as far as doing full-time interviews with people, interviewing with people all the time, getting comfortable in that environment, and then being able to convince these people to give me a job. And although many of them were racist in certain instances, I ran into racist people, but they still gave me the job a lot of times because I was able to get past my own shortcomings and fears and face my fears. This video is about telling men to face the dragon, face the fears. Just because you 5'5" doesn't mean your ass is just set and doomed for never being able to find a wife or never being able to find a woman. Give me the stats. Give me all the statistics that you want. Nobody's able to give me a statistics of how many women, the mentality of women. Like you can show certain things and say, well, black women tend to date men based on how they look. Really, they're just talking about surveys. That's what they base that on. It's really surveys of these dating sites. That's really what they're doing. But that may or may not be, even that may or may not be. Because like I said, most educated women I know in their 30s that I've never met a woman educated in her 30s that out her mouth told me she wants to date a man that's not productive. Every man, I want a man that's at least going to be productive and be able to hold a job and be able to pay some bills. I don't want a man that, but we give our opinion. All right. So that's how that go. Guys, y'all have a good one. God bless y'all. I'll see y'all.